already worked our arms, we already worked our abs, we already worked our legs, and we are, and our glutes, of course. Now we're going to do our whole entire core. So, like I've said in other videos, if you do not have an exercise ball, then you don't need to do it with an exercise ball. You can find another ball, you can find a pillow, you can find a roll of paper towels or just a towel. And then you're also able to do each and every exercise without any equipment. So if you don't want to do it with any equipment and give yourself an extra push, then that's perfectly fine. So let's get started on top of our mat and roll ourselves down one vertebrae at a time very slowly. We're going to pop the ball in between our lower back and our mat in just a second. Now that your head is all the way down, go ahead and pop it back underneath your back. Get into that comfortable position. We're going to stay here a while. So adjust your ball, and you can always do that in the middle of your workout. Now from here, get your legs to a 90-degree angle. What we're going to do is drop one leg down, and we're going to come back up with that leg. Now we're going to drop the other leg down and come back up. So we're going to start slow here for our scissors. And in a little bit, once we get the movement down, the balance, and everything else, we're going to start going a little bit faster. Now, think about a few different things here. If you have your object that you have chosen, you lift it up a little bit. So you are engaging your lower abs in your core 150 more times than you would if you were just on the mat. If your ball or whatever object you have chosen is moving around, then go ahead and stabilize it with your hands, and you can keep your hands there for the rest of the workout if that makes you feel any better. Now, you have options here. So, first option is start going a little bit faster. So you're doing little scissors. Second option here is lift your hands at your elbows. So what you're doing here is giving your core an extra challenge. And we want to work our core, guys. So extra challenge is good. Third option, if you're feeling really stable here with the ball and your legs moving and your hands being up in the air, lift your hands all the way up to your feet. If they're not coming in between your hands, that's perfectly fine. The movement is what counts here. You are engaging your core, your lower abs, your upper abs, your obliques. You are balancing yourself on the ball. You do not support yourself or your core with your hands. So everything here is engaged. Keep them going for 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, perfect. Both feet go back up, 90-degree angle, readjust yourself if you need to. Now we're going to do double leg stretch. So you're going to drop both of your legs down, all the way down, whatever feels comfortable for you. Do not overextend your lower back if that doesn't feel good. If you're up here and that's as far as you can go, then stay wherever you are today. And lift up and down. If you can, go ahead and put your hands on your hips to make sure that they're stable. You do not want to move around with your hips here. If your ball is moving around, then go ahead and hold it. And when you hold it, you can go ahead and grab your hips too, just to make sure you're not moving around and both of your hips are balanced. If you can, put your hands on your abdomen and feel each time, whenever you drop your legs, your abdomen engaged, and each time, whenever you lift your legs, you're tucking in your pelvic floor muscles. So feel the movement in your body and be aware of what you're working. It helps you do it a little bit extra. So you're helping your muscles work. You're putting your mind into your workout, and it makes it better. Okay, let's do 10 more here. 10. If you want, again, hands can come up here, or they can reach up for the sky, and keep them up there if you want to. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, put your hands all the way down. 90-degree angle, bend your legs to a tabletop, and we're going to do toe touches. So your toes drop to the ground, barely cover over there near your mat, and back up. You do not have to touch the mat. It is the movement that counts here. So if you're wanting to hover and get a little extra challenge out of this, don't touch the mat so you're not resting your feet on the ground. And again, you have the variations here. You can lift your hands up if you need to, or just take your time here and enjoy the lower body workout that you're getting. And breathe in and out, use your breath as your friend. Balance yourself on the ball. You are being challenged as it is right now. So your toes are tapping to the ground very softly, or not at all, and you're hovering over. You're working your lower abs and your obliques and your whole entire core. You're working on those inner muscles that you don't get to see but shape up the outer muscles. So let's do 5 more here. 5, 4, 3, and 2. The last one. We're going to hold it up on the tabletop. And here we're going to extend to 90-degree angle. And a few variations. We're going to do open and close. So open and close. You don't have to do big ones. We're not doing it for a range of motion here. We're only doing to engage our core and our inner thighs inevitably. So just open and close. Now, let's start off at the top and get used to the movement. So you're open and you close your legs about, let's say 2 feet out or so, a little bit wider than your mat. Keep going here, point your toes, your legs at a 90-degree angle still. Now that we've gotten used to the movement, let's go ahead and lower down as we pump. Open and close, we go up and we go down, we go up, alternate, whatever you want to do here. So now we're getting into our lower abs a little bit more. Again, with having that ball underneath you or whatever you have chosen to put underneath you, you are giving yourself a whole core workout. So it really doesn't matter what movement you choose to do, you are still doing great. Okay, so keep going. If you just want to tap your feet at the top and keep on going, whichever way you want to do. Let's do 2 more up and downs. 1. And the last one. Okay, now, back up we go. You can do single leg circles. And here is what we're going to do with that. So, one leg can go down and you can rest it on the ground if you feel that you're not safe enough in this ball. Otherwise, you can keep it in the tabletop or extend it all the way up. All variations that you can guys take today. Extend your leg. Your circles do not have to be big. So if you're up here and you're making a circular motion, you're perfectly fine. So whatever your range of motion is today, drop your leg down to the side of you, make a circle around and lift it back up to meet your other leg. It's a slow movement. It's all about balance here. Take your time, tuck in your abs, almost like sucking your whole entire core. Stabilize everything, and so you're not wobbling around all over the place. Again, hand options, you always have them. You can stabilize up here, or you can reach all the way up for an extra challenge. So whatever you are, challenge yourself today to reach the goal that you want to achieve tomorrow. Let's do 3 more here. Don't forget, we have to do it the other way. So 2, last one, and switch sides. Now, your right leg drops down all the way around and back up. One side is not going to be as big as the other, and that's okay. Take your time, do not rush through this. And do not make your circles bigger, because the minute you start making them bigger, you are going to start getting unbalanced. And so the object underneath you is going to start moving around. Your hips are going to start moving around. Your abs are not going to be as engaged. So think about all these things before you decide to want to have super huge circles and run your form throughout the whole entire body. Let's do 10 more here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Perfect. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. You can stay laying down. I'm just going to switch around for the purpose of this video. Go ahead and adjust your ball if you need to. Again, legs are up here. You have the option of putting one leg down, extend one leg up, putting your other leg in support for tabletop, or extending it all the way up to meet your left leg. Here, let's go ahead and drop your left leg to the side and circle around your body. One leg is not going to be your friend today. So whichever one leg that is for you, embrace it and work it a little bit harder. So I'm not saying let's do more on the leg. That's not working for you today, but let's at least do what we did on the other side. So we're stabilizing everything, we're working that unilateral movement, we're getting everything strong, and our cores are constantly engaged. We don't have to remind you about this, guys, because your core is naturally going to be engaged. If you can put your hands on your core, every time you circle your leg around, you can feel all of your core muscles not only engaged, but moving around. So whichever side you're working, you can feel it a little bit more on that side. Let's do 10 more on your left leg in this direction. 9, 8, 7, 6. If your other foot, your right foot is getting tired or your leg is getting heavy, go ahead and drop down to your first position or your second position, whatever feels comfortable for you guys. If not, bring it all the way back up again. 2 and 1. Let's go ahead and reverse. Again, remember, the other way is going to be harder. So by all means, do not rock around on your ball and do all kinds of funny movements that are not necessarily helping you. Extend your leg as straight as you can. Point your toes if you can and you're not cramping up too much, and keep going. We have 10 more here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, just to take a little break from those circles that we just did, because we're going to do some more, but not singles. We're going to do doubles, and they're going to be a little bit easier. Let's do flutters. So flutters, we're going to crisscross our feet in front of one another. So this is all that you're doing. Let's get used to that movement up here. Okay? Crisscrossing. Now, flutter up and down. So up, up, up and down, kind of like doing little swimmers, flutters. All right, crisscross again. And flutter down. We're going to alternate between those two. Now what we're going to do is lower down. So flutter all the way down, crisscross all the way up. Flutter all the way down, crisscross all the way up. Flutter and crisscross. Your entire core is engaged here. You are working every single muscle in your core. So keep going. If your flutters, crisscrosses, and everything else in between that is not going as slow and your lower back is starting to get out of position, then don't go really low. Keep on going here. Let's do 3 more. Drops and up. If you're not wanting to do drops, then stay up for your flutters, then alternate to crisscrosses. So whatever you want to do today, up to you guys. Let's do 2 more. And last one. And all the way down. Perfect. Now, for double leg circles, I'm going to turn around so you guys can see what I'm doing. Alright, so pop your ball in between your lower back, and what you're going to do is open your legs wide and circle around. Open wide and circle around. This is all that we're doing. It's a little bit easier than the single leg circles if you ask me, because you have your other leg helping you. Let's do 10 in each direction. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, when your legs at 90 degrees, instead of kicking them up, drop them all the way down and open up. Drop all the way down and open up. Circles do not have to be as big as mine. Work your range of motion today for whatever feels comfortable for you. Let's do 5 more here. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, now we're going to turn around and show you the last move that we have for our core. So we're just going to lift up our booty, up and down, up and down. So off the ball. So it's almost like you're doing a reverse crunch, except that you're doing it a little bit higher than you normally would. And if you can't keep both of your feet parallel to one another, then go ahead and crisscross them for one side, and then do about 10 on this side, and then crisscross them the other way so nobody's mad here. All muscles are worked out. And do 10 more on the other side. If you can, instead of crisscrossing and counting, go ahead and keep them together, parallel to one another. I'm always sticking to my lower back and my pants, and that's okay. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Hold it up here. Hold. Perfect, you guys. And back down we go. We are done with our core workout. So let's get stretched out. From here, get into a little downward dog position and stretch your core. Extend your shoulders back, put your head back if that does not bother your neck. And modification number 1 that we can do to advance this a little bit is lift up on your fingertips. So on your fingertips, lift yourself up, and you feel that extra stretch in your lower arms and your whole core. If that's working for you and you want it a little bit deeper, then go ahead and lift your hips off the ground. Readjust yourself and look all the way up. Now, extra challenge here, because we worked our core so much, let's turn around and lift one leg up. So now not only we're stretching our core, but we're working our back a little bit. Then the other side, other leg up. If you're working your back by this stretch alone, then that's fine if you can't do these lifts. But if you want to work your back a little bit extra, let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and turn around and look at the back of your foot. 1. Okay, from here, turn around to the side and stretch your obliques. So lift yourself up, feel the stretch, and then lift your hips off the ground and feel the deeper stretch. If you want to get your fingers all the way up and get a bit better stretch, then you can do that as well. And move on to the other side. Again, as if you're going to side plank, except you're not lifting up your whole body. Feel the stretch. Your lower body's on the ground. From here, you can lift up on your fingers, feel a deeper stretch, or lift up your hips, support yourself with your right hand, and feel the stretch in your obliques. And since we did a lot today, let's do mermaid stretch and we'll be done with our stretching. So your left leg is in front and your right leg is back. Reach all the way out to the side. Take a deep breath in here. And switch your arms. So your right hand is going to come up and over your head. Breathe into your obliques. And let's go ahead and switch legs. Right leg comes in front, left leg goes back. Left hand comes up and it reaches all the way across your body. Deep breath here. Exhale and switch to the other side. And we are done. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do that now. Don't forget to turn on the notification button and drop a like. If you have not done the whole series, look into doing individual days or doing everything in the same day for a full body workout. I'm looking to do a few more videos like this. I'll probably do a whole body workout and an arms coming up in the next couple of days, so stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys later.